Hello, my wonderful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This early Monday morning broadcast. In case you are wondering who is on the line, or who is here, or who is speaking, this is Okute Daily Talk, where we speak to you the undiluted truth about the struggles of Biafra, about February 25th, which is a Nigerian selection called election or politics. You get it? So if you are not subscribed to my channel, please endeavor to do that as soon as possible. Anytime soon, make sure you turn on the notification button so that you get notified each time we go live. I'll post something new on this channel or another channel related to Okute Daily Talk. We are going to start our news by the Bex IPOP Simon Ekpa threatens P2B supporter. So Simon Ekpa is threatening P2B supporter. According to the news, he said there will be no election in Biafra land, and he said to hell with the one Nigeria. According to Simon Ekpa, not me. He said what? He said to hell with one Nigeria, that he don't support that ideology of one Nigeria, according to him. So let us take the headlines, then we'll come back for the news, because we have a lot of news for us this very week. For my supporters out there, happy Chinese. Bon fei chao. That's how they speak it in Chinese, too, because in a Chinese holiday we did so, and some things are not working from this own side. So let us continue with this news of this day. Ohaneze begs as IPOP Simon Ekpa threatens P2B supporters. That is the first headline. Biafra group issues warning to P2B and others. Labour Party reveals who P2B is working for, says more endorsement is coming. Buhari has killed innocent herdsmen more than Jonathan Obasanjo others, according to Sheikh Gumi, the controversial Islamic cleric. Will Igbos get presidency in 2023 or 2031? Soludo is another Okorocha in disguise. When I hear him, so for you to know, because Okorocha sabotaged the Igbo presidency. Okorocha he stabbed the Igbos from back, from behind, from front, left, and right. Now we have another Charles Okorocha. Charles Okorocha in disguise as Charles Soludo. PDP slams Tinubu over what he told Kwarans. Says he is dead on arrival. Voila, it be like bicycle. While I don't tire apart, they wait for who want to untie. Apostle Suleiman, the knocking pastor, I be the controversial Kwekus pastor. I don't react to accusations of keeping silent over the death of 7 people, all in his convoy. I think that it was the last time he was attacked by unknown gunmen. Watching others chant say Ubi in chorus ahead of rally in Kano Stadium. Ubi all the way. Ubi Dati all the way. So my great people of Biafra, the lovers of freedom and the lovers of mankind, I'm back here again. Just want to proceed with the news of this very morning. Today is Monday morning. It happens to be the 23rd of January in the month of 2023. The election month, this election month. And don't the beg Simon Ekpa, where they tell and say make you know the treating P2B supporters, according to the news. So let us see what happens and why this young man is threatening P2B. But his ideology, I've already come not once, not twice. He said he don't like anything that is called one Nigeria. The controversial disciple, Abediscipline of Mazi Nnamdi Okechukwu Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Simon Ekpa, who is based in Finland, has threatened supporters of presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Gregory Peter Obi. During a now deleted live broadcast on Facebook Saturday morning, Simon Ekpa said the former Anambra governor did not represent Biafran interests and should not distort the Biafran dream. Ekpa, who said to be based in Finland, noted that everything will be done to resist Obi's presidential ambition, according to him. The pro-Biafra agitator said, all those making case for P2B, if you follow these people, Obi supporters, you know they are deceiving us. They want to send us to an early grave. How can you follow the advice of a confused person who doesn't know his left from his right, according to Ekpa? I want you people to see the confusion in their brains. The problem is that Obi supporters are tribalistic. They are emotional. There's no way you want to talk about this country without making mistakes. How can they be preaching one Nigeria to us? They are not honest people. That is why we have said there will be no election in the southeast, and that is final, according to Simon Ekpa. You don't become the gods of our land now where they give final notice. That is the problem. When you make any comment now, somebody will come out now begin to attack you. Just staying in Finland and said there's no election in the southeast and that is final. My dear, please stop using people's lives as to do trade by barter. If you want to stand as an activist, come back to Nigeria. After all, you are a Finland citizen. Come back to Nigeria. Yes, because leaders lead by example. Leaders take their warriors to the forefront, not staying behind and tell their warriors to go. Nobody does that. As a warrior, please come back to Nigeria, stand, make this pronouncement that there's no anything that's called election in Biafra land coming February 25th. As simple as that. I don't support this idea of staying far away in the Finland, in a Uyibo country, whereby everything, nobody disturb you. No, you have the light, you have water, you have good road. Every social amenities is being provided there. Then you are there making a pronouncement in Biafra land. In otherwise, causing more havoc in the Biafran region. Enough is enough. Please advise yourself, Simon. Enough is enough. That is not the way they do it. Even Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have never made mention of that. Even if he said it during the time of Anambra election, he made something like that. And at a point, he still revised it. That's not the way to do it. To force people to vote is not. You can't force people to vote, and you can't force people not to vote. This is a very simple pronouncement. Anyone that believes in Biafra should stay back to their home. Anyone that don't believe in the ideology of Biafra should also go out there and vote. This is not an autocratic government whereby whatever you said stands. This is a democratic government, so everyone have every right to exercise their own fundamental human rights. So this idea of no election in Biafra land and that is final, please revise that word. It is never a good one. Whether they have election or they don't have election, you will still, I repeat, you will still have all these people that you don't want to rule you. So what is there? Is that you support your own, or you allow foreigners, not even the strangers, foreigners from another land to rule you? Peter, Obi supporters don't want to identify with the struggles of Ndi Igbo, and they are still telling us about one Nigeria. They are deceiving themselves in this evil setup, according to Simon Ekpa. Anyone that opens their mouth to speak about Nigeria and Peter Obi is going to be exposed. All these other people supporting Obi will be disgraced. If you want Obi, go and vote for him in the north, but no election will be held in Biafra land, according to Simon Ekpa. Reacting, the Apex Igbo Social Cultural Organization and Ndi Igbo Worldwide called on Simon Ekpa and his followers to sheath their swords for the greater good. No, nobody should tell him anything. Let him continue. The spokesperson for the group, Alex Ogbenia, told the Punch that a win for Peter Obi in the next month's election is a win for the Ndi Igbo and Nigerians at large. I beg our brother, Simon Ekpa, and all his followers to please not ruin our chances. They should sheath their swords and allow their brothers to vote. We are all from one family, and the win for Obi is a win for all Nigerians, he said. Biafra group don't they issue warning so to Peter Obi again. Oh yeah, that is the truth. The Biafra independent movement BIM of the Movement for the Actualization of Sovereign States of Biafra, Masob again has asked the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi to stop using Biafra for his campaign to succeed President Muhammadu Buhari. In a statement signed by Chris Mocha, Biafran Independent Movement slash Masob stated that the actualization of the sovereign state of Biafra is not in anybody's hands but God's, while stating that the group has nothing against the 2023 presidential election. BIM slash Masob urged those with their permanent voters card to vote in February 25th of 2023. The question here is, who are we to believe? The IPOB is out there, tell them to vote. Then Simon Ekpa of Masob, go vote. Simon Ekpa of IPOB, don't vote. Confusion everywhere. This one is confusion from confused people. Confusion from confused set of people in Nigeria and also in the Biafran land. The group slang politicians using the name of Biafra during their political campaigns, adding that P2B and his Labour parties were saying that if they were elected, their government would end Biafra agitations in the East. He never said so. So I don't know where you get this kind of news. NigeriaNews.com. I have listened to P2B over and over again. P2B have nothing to say about Biafra self, if not the question that arose. If they ask him question about Biafra, he will tell you that every agitators, it's not only Biafra that's agitating. We have Yoruba Nation, we have Ekpa self who are agitating. The bandits in the forest, they are also agitating. He said he will call everybody to table and they will dialogue. That there no any better way to stop a crisis or agitation is for dialogue. And what are the Biafrans agitating? Is it not fairness, inclusiveness, equity, and justice? Because they have boycotted the Southeast for a very long time, and that is what brought this agitation. So I don't know where you get this news. P2B have never said. He said he will dialogue with every group that is agitating, unless when those people do otherwise, that will be the end of it. As simple as that. So please mind the way you put news out, because everything can forget, but the internet, you never forget. The group slang politicians using the name of Biafra during their political campaigns, adding that P2B and Labour members were saying they will end. He will never said so. Much as said, over 3 million innocent lives had been wasted from 1967 till death, and properties worth trillions of naira belonging to Igbo of Southeast destroyed in the cause of Biafra. Politicians can only give what they have in stock. Even if an Igbo man eventually emerges as Nigerian president, such a president can never stop the much awaited emergence of the Republic of Biafra. Biafra is now or never. There is no amount of falsehoods by these politicians to woo voters in the name of Biafra that will ever give any one of them a clear lead at the poll. This is exactly, this is how people who have brains talk. This is how people who know what the law says talks. He said if you have your permanent voter's card and you believe in this election, according to the Masob, go out there and vote. But your voting will not even stop the agitation of having the Republic of Biafra. That is a very simple in a clear terms that every Dick and Harry will understand it. Not coming to tell us there's no more election in Biafra land and that is final. Who gave you that audacity? Who gave you the power? All of us are agitating. Yeah, but do not do anything that will also boycott the southeastern region, the suffering that they have under this past regime. You don't want to vote. You cannot vote and they will still rule you by force. So let us be mindful of how we say things, please. It's a social media. After you posted the video, you go and delete it from your Facebook. What for? Labour Party reveals who P2B is working for. Says more endorsements comes. The Labour Party has said its presidential candidate P2B is working for the Nigerian people, and he has vowed that he is going to change the narrative of Nigeria. The spokesperson of the Obidati Presidential Campaign Council, Yenosa Tanko, made this known while speaking to The Punch on Saturday. Tanko was reacting to the comments made by Senate Whip, Senator Ojus Okalo, who claimed that the Labour Party presidential candidate was working for the All Progressive Congress presidential candidate, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The Labour Party spokesperson boasted that Peter Obi would get more endorsement from elder statesmen in Nigeria, stressing that Obi's presidential race was not an individual project but cuts across all the states of the Federation. Tanko said, as we speak today, this particular quest is not about an individual, it is a collective fight to get Nigeria out of the present quagmire. So, every state is expected to work for this project. He stressed Peter Obi is working for the Nigerian people and he has vowed that he is going to change the narrative of Nigeria from a consumption stage to a productive stage. I think all these who are trying to associate themselves with the progress of Peter Obi Dati are just trying to gain public notice. As we are speaking, we are coasting to victory for the Nigerian people, not for Gregory Peter Obi. He emphasized that this is just what the former President Olusegun Obasanjo said, that if you are looking for somebody with a track record, vision, character, and physical attributes, with the mental capacity, that is what Peter Obi epitomizes. Peter Obi is strongly working on getting Nigeria out of the woods where they have kept us till death. Buhari has killed innocent herdsmen more than Jonathan, Obasanjo, and others, Gumi states. A prominent and controversial Islamic cleric, Sheikh Abubakar Ahmed Gumi, has accused President Muhammadu Buhari of killing more innocent Fulani herdsmen than any other former president. Gumi, who is known for his contact with bandits and herdsmen terrorizing the northwest and north-central parts of Nigeria, stated this in an interview with the Daily Vanguard. The cleric dismissed report that claims President Buhari is a sectioner and doesn't want to do anything that will harm noble Muslims, especially the Fulanis. Gumi said, it is possible. It is just a wrong perception. If there's any president that has actually killed innocent herdsmen in the forest, it is Buhari. In all these bombardments, innocent people, women and children all died. It started during Jonathan administration. I'm telling you, most of the herdsmen are reacting to the overuse of armed forces. Their children were scattered and displaced. This is what happened and what is happening. They are just fighting back. And what I was able to do is to sit down with them and hear their grievances. Ado, president of the bandits, that is what we are going to very soon. But when we came out, we didn't have anything. Nobody was trying to listen. Even the press is not receptive. The press was very hostile. Like what you said when the BBC had its interview. The government was hostile when we went in. We were accused of trying to give publicity to those people. Just imagine the Ansaru people behind the train attack. We later learned that eight of their children was incarcerated. So no matter how criminally minded you are, what has that to do with your children? So we are pushing them into criminal activities, according to this controversial Islamic cleric. Will Igbos get presidency in 2023 or 2031? Soludo, another culture in disguise. In less than 40 days to the February 2023 general election, there are uncertainties about the Igbo producing a president or waiting till 2031, especially as the political space continues to witness bickering and fierce contestations among the country's diverse ethnic groups in whose turn it is for the presidency. However, some Nigerian youths within a short time rose and formed a movement called Obedient, void of ethnic bigotry and concern about a competent president candidate whose purpose is to save the bleeding country, struggling to survive not only in managing society but also in improving the socio-economic conditions of our people. While other rival political parties claim the Obedient movement consists of young people who lack political ideologies, These exceptional Nigerian youths reiterate the decision to take back the country from the old leaders by coming out in mass to vote out the two major parties, People's Democratic Party and All Progressive Congress (APC), whose turn for presidency. The APC presidential candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu has claimed it is his turn to be president and desires to succeed President Muhammadu Buhari based on his antecedents. He claims to have served the country for over 25 years and helped many people achieve their political ambitions, including Buhari, because without him, the latter would not have become the president in 2015. The "it is my turn" entitlement has been faulted by many political gladiators, stating it is a wrong leadership attitude for Nigerians. However, prominent social political groups from different parts of the country, including Afenifere, Pan-Nigeria Delta Forum, and the Southern and Middle Belt Forum, insist the Igbo should produce the president of Nigeria in 2023 for equity, justice, and fairness. Soludo is another Okorocha in disguise. However, Anambra State Governor Charles Soludo, during an interview, described the present value of investment made by the Labour Party flag bearer Peter Obi while he was governor as worthless, and followed it up in a long article attacking him, insisting Obi can never win the 2023 presidential elections. Similarly, Nigerian business mogul Atueze also backed Soludo's statement, saying he is not in support of presidential bid of Peter Obi. Eze said when the time is right for the Igbo presidency, stakeholders in the southeast will back Soludo and do endorse the PDP candidate Atiku Abubakar. However, Soludo's action contradicts the assurance of the former governor of Imo State, Rochas Okorocha, gave to Igbos in 2015 about producing a president in 2023 if they support Buhari. He said, if Igbo supports Buhari and Buhari wins in 2023, Ndi Igbo will have the right to demand Igbo presidency. Those who love the Igbo nation must vote for President Muhammadu Buhari, because if we miss this chance, we may not get the presidency even by 2023 or 2031, according to the backstabber, Rochas Okorocha. Amidst the happening in the political space, Okorocha has remained silent, while Soludo has continued to drum support for Atiku. That is it. Give Obi Southeast president on merit. In an exclusive interview with the Nigerian News, veteran Nollywood actor Chiwetalago said Peter Obi is competent, noting that Southeast should be given the presidency on merit. According to him, the Labour Party's flag bearer focus on managing resources, unlike other political office holders, earned him criticism from Soludo and Ato Eze. He said, give to Obi and the Southeast on merit, a region waxing stronger and stronger on merit, no federal support on commercial air transport, departure and arrival airport vehicles, federal routes like in Ebonyi State constructed by the state government, keke with solar panel, Z600 manufactured by Dr. Ezekiel Izog, manufactured by Unizik students, etc. Obi has been seen not to be a man carved out for fire. His focus on how to manage the overflowing resources that have been over-squandered since the first coming of head of state Buhari, when, as a journalist, Onyeka Owenu wrote for NTA, squandering of riches. She wasn't allowed to continue working for NTA. The federal government of that time got scared of such investigative journalism. That is Nigeria for you. Hence, you are not a brand envelope media house, but rest assured that they will kick you out. PDP slams Tinubu over what he told Kwarans, says he is dead on arrival. The Kwara State chapter of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) has slammed the presidential candidate of All Progressive Congress (APC), Bola Ahmed Tinubu, over what he told the Kwarans of the state during his presidential campaign rally last week. According to Kwara State PDP, Tinubu's candidacy was dead on arrival. The party's spokesperson in the state, Prince Tunji Morofoye, In a statement, faulted Tinubu's claim that the PDP in its 16 years reign did nothing for the people of Kwara State. Nigeria News learned. Moronfoye, in the statement titled APC Show of Shame at the Ilorin Metropolitan Square, submitted that Tinubu's entitlement mentality Emilokon, with his continuous gulfs bulaba, had become a subject of ridicule and comedic national discourse. Reaction from the Kwara State PDP was a sequel to what the APC flag bearer told people of the state when he visited for his campaign rally on Tuesday last week. An area reported by Nigeria News, Tinubu described the freedom of the people of Kwara from the PDP in 2019 as a thunderbolt. The APC flag bearer also asked the residents of Kwara to cement their freedom in the forthcoming general election by voting for the ruling party. Tinubu said, "Your freedom 4 years ago was a thunderbolt across the country. You deserve great congratulations. It is now for you to cement that freedom in the forthcoming general election with your permanent voters card, PVCs. Today, we are just celebrating freedom. We are assessing and reasserting our freedom in a democracy. Yesterday, you had all the rumors that today will not happen, but it is happening in your lifetime. We thank you for believing in your governor. We thank you for believing him. He knows what to behave. Very honest and genuine hardworking man. On the February, you all to vote for the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You don't vote for anybody else. You vote for me, vote for APC candidate as President, National Assembly candidate APC. Then by March 11th, vote Abdurazak, the House of Assembly, and vote for the all APC candidates too. Vote for me for the establishment of agri-processing, commodity exchange, and financial prosperity. However, this platform understands that the Kwara PDP slams Tinubu for his pronouncement, saying, we can't, but ask Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu about his draconian stronghold on the throat of Lagos State and the freedom of that state. This is a state he has run like a private estate since 1999. His wife, son, daughter, and son-in-law all hold important political positions in the Lagos State, even if they are not qualified. Thus, our question is, where is the freedom in Lagos State, as well as you say? He who comes to equity must come with clean hands. We at the PDP would like to secretly intimate Asiwaju Tinubu that the majority of the crowd he saw on Tuesday were rented from neighboring states, and that the ones who were from Kwara were also hired. This is the same Metropolitan Square built and commissioned during the glorious administration of Dr. Bukola Saraki. Querying what Tinubu meant by type of freedom Kwara desires, the PDP noted, is it the type of freedom where the Kwara State House of Assembly has refused to pass the Freedom of Information Bill since 2019? The same freedom that compelled the Executive Governor Abdurrahman Abdurazak to refuse to request for and sign the Freedom of Information Bill for the past 4 years. In conclusion, we at the PDP can only thank President Muhammadu Buhari for not gracing the show of shame on Tuesday. My question is, this is only P2B that have ever mentioned I and Daddy. Each time he makes statements, I and Daddy. Each time he speaks to the people, I and Daddy. Look at what we have come out to do. But the likes of APC presidential candidate, I never see him anywhere mention anything that what I and Shetima will do. It's only I. Only vote for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, vote for APC. Vote for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, vote for APC. Does it mean that your vice president is irrelevant? Or are you indirectly campaigning for him because you need to be two? When the two join together, they will produce a better government for the country. The same thing with the PDP, NNPP, AAC, and the rest of them. It was just I from now and then, or every now and then. Anyway, my people, let us proceed. We still have some. Apostle Suleiman reacts to accusations of keeping silent over the death of 7 people, all in his convoy. The General Overseer of the Omega Fire Ministries, Apostle Johnson Suleiman, has reacted to the accusation of not seeking justice for the death of the 7 people died in his convoy last year. Nigerians recall that the controversial clergyman was returning from a trip on October 22 when unknown gunmen opened fire on his convoy. The incident led to the death of 7 persons, including police officers. A Twitter user dragged the pastor online saying he has refused to reveal the names of the assailants and also kept silent over the death of the 7 people killed during the attack. Of course, I watched when he was making mention, when he was saying that he knows people who are attacking him, and he did not make their name public. Abi, nonsense. Everything I turn to prophecy. I don't say prophecy. Prophecy called prophecy. The netizen noted that Suleiman should be questioned over the issue and an update should be made for the general public. The tweet reads, Apostle Suleiman is yet to reveal the names of those who sent assassins after him. 7 people were sadly killed. Rest in peace, but he is not taking justice for them. Why is he keeping silent about this? The authorities need to bring him in for questioning and update the general public. Responding to the tweet, Apostle Suleiman said he has given detailed information to the police and their silence over the issue should be questioned. Make it public. Are you not those people who always come out to tell us God said this, God said that? You know people who want to kill you. Make it public. Pass on Dara. Responding to the tweet, Apostle Suleiman said he has given detailed information to the police and their silence over the issue should be questioned. He wrote, I want general public. What can you do if you know them? I have given detailed info to the police. I am responding to you because of the lives that were lost, whom I vow to fight for. So ask the police why they are silent. You talk too much, no shades. See, I'm now. Imagine the arrogancy. But you prophesy to us publicly. You even tell us what will happen in 2031. You can make it publicly. You can even tell us who will die. You can make it publicly. You can even tell us that the country will be in confusion. Rather than calling the government's parastatals who are handling the affairs of the nation and let them know that look at what I saw. But you can make all those one public. Then the one who want to kill you, you cannot make them public. The one who take the lives of 7 of your bodyguards, or either bodyguards or whatever, police people are involved. Those people are breadwinners in their families, and most of them, you have even forgotten them and move on with your life. You said, what are they going to do with it? Can you imagine? Can you listen to yourself? A pastor, man of God, who calls himself man of God, whether God call him or he call God. But this arrogance is too much. It is not unacceptable. The last year but not the least, watch Northerners chant Say Obi in chorus ahead of the rally in Kano Stadium. Some Northerners were heard chanting the name of presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, on Sunday ahead of his campaign rally that is set to hold at Kano Stadium today. Nigerian News report that Peter Obi is currently holding his presidential rally in Kano after leaving southern Kaduna yesterday. The wealthy businessman politician who visited the southern part of the Kaduna state with the other Labour Party chieftains, disclosed this in a post via his verified Twitter handle on Sunday. He said today, Dati and I, you hear that what I said before, Dati and I, together with our spouse, will be in the ancient city of Kano to carry on with the message of our national movement to rescue Nigeria. Those who have destroyed our country must be shown the way out. Nigeria's future belongs to her youth, Peter Obi wrote. However, the video that emerged online, some group of the Northerners stationed at Kano Stadium in anticipation of the former Anambra State Governor's arrival chanted his name in chorus as they await. Below is the video. At the filling of this report, the Labour Party presidential candidate is yet to arrive at the stadium as he is currently having a town hall meeting with the students in the state. You get it? If you don't get it, then you better forget it. So my good people of Biafra, lovers of freedom, and the people of Nigeria, my Muslim brothers and Christian brothers and sisters, wherever you are, as long as you are listening to my voice, I bless you all and I welcome you to this final episode of this very broadcast, because I am signing out from here. Please endeavor to subscribe to my channel, make this video, let it go viral, get your PVCs, because 2023 shall never be like other years. It is a game changer for the politicians who think that they can hold this country hostage for a very long, a very quite number of time. I mean, the battle line have been drawn now. The battle line have been drawn. It's either they give way or the Nigeria have to break into 3 places. Let every region go and manage their resource. As simple as that. There's no two ways about that. So in case you are still waiting for God to come from heaven to come and do all this thing for us, no. Get your PVC and vote out all these old fools in the government houses. There's no room for a rigging of election this time around. We are going to stand at the poll, vote, and also defend our votes. That is the promise we are making to our generations. Because our generation unborn, they need to have a clue of what we did during our own time, so that they will continue from where we stopped. So my good people of Biafra, the lovers of freedom and lovers of mankind, please make the video, let it go viral, because a lot of people need to know. And also send our strong message and also words of advice and encouragement to Mr. Simon Ekpa. Let him desist from that very language of there must not be election in Biafra land, and that is final. That language can never be used in any way coming this 2023. 2023 is for the people, not for the Biafrans, not for Arewa, not for Yoruba or Dudua nation, but for Nigerians at large and youths in particular. So until I come your way again, I still remain your one and only Okute Daily Talk. So my people, I am signing out. Bye for now.